Hello there. I'm BRC. Can't you tell? Can't you see? Hold on a minute. Why is it only... Okay, I finally got up here the one that I censored. But normally I don't censor things unless it's the address on, my mail that I get. See, I had to censor the address part because you're not getting my address and you're not getting WQBE's address either. I think the last time I forgot to censor WQBE's address, I got this from Informed Delivery over the USPS. Yeah, USPS, yeah. Hopefully you can hear me. It's so earlier I was at the store and I accidentally got it wrong. I didn't mean to say Jesse Colt, I meant Jesse Coulter. So I guess it was Jesse Coulter that I dreamed about last night, which is weird. Because if I would have dreamed about Shooter or Waylon Jennings, but mostly Shooter Jennings instead of Waylon, which is weird. You think I dreamed about, Waylon and Shooter Jennings, but turns out I dreamed about Jesse Coulter. I think, yeah. Let's see. Then I think I dreamed about Waylon Jennings, but I couldn't really tell. I know damn well I dreamed about Tracy Smothers, that one wrestling legend that is no longer with us, and he was a talented heel. I think if him and Drew McIntyre were in the match, I don't know who would win. But let's just say like this. I think Tracy Smothers would win the talking part, like the trash talking part, against Drew McIntyre, which is saying something because Drew McIntyre is known for talking on the mic too, and he's talented as a wrestler. I think both of them are. Even if Tracy Smothers was, old, I bet he could kick Drew McIntyre's ass all over the place. And give him a good, maybe give him a good fight. I don't know. That depends. Tracy Smothers. I bet you didn't know I knew Tracy Smothers. Well, first time I saw him, he was fighting for, I didn't go to, I saw it online, it was for Juggalo Championship Wrestling at, what was it, Bloody Mania something, and then he would fight R-Truth, but at that time it was Ron the Truth Killings that he fought. Ron the Truth Killings won that match, and not Tracy Smothers, unfortunately. And it was a quick match too. Poor Tracy Smothers and Juggalo Championship Wrestling, those goddamn Juggalos, or however he used to call them. Or I forget, or something like that. Okay, we're gonna play a song by the Cleverleys, or originally sung by, I don't know who it was originally sung by, but especially this song, which is Blue Dabba D. I had to check. But this one's by the Cleverleys.
Yo, listen up. Here's a story about a little guy that lives in a blue world. And all day and all night and everything he sees is just blue. Like him, inside and outside. Blue his house with the blue little wind.
Yeah, the wind.
And everything is blue for him and himself and everybody around. I'm blue, I'm blue, blue house with a blue window. Blue is the color of all that I wear. Blue are the streets and all the trees are too. I have a girlfriend and she is so blue. Blue are the people here that walk around. Blue like my Corvette, it's in and outside. Blue are the words I say and what I think. Blue are the feelings that live inside me. I'm blue, blue house with a blue window. Blue is the color of all that I wear. Blue are the streets and all the trees are too. I have a girlfriend and she is so blue. Blue are the people here that walk around. Blue like my Corvette, it's in and outside. Blue are the words that say and what I think. Blue are the feelings that live inside me. I'm blue,
and that was Blue Dabba Dee by the Cleverleys. I forgot who originally sung that song, but that was by the that version was by the Cleverleys. Yeah. I heard they're at the Putnam County Fair. Yeah. The Putnam County Fair. The Tyrannosaurus Rex at the Putnam County Fair. I'm just kidding. There's no dinosaurs. Yeah, unless they're birds, but yet they're technically. You get my point, though. Even though dinosaurs are extinct, I get their relatives are still, which is kind of weird, you know. The bird and the lizard and the crocodiles and the turtles, maybe, I don't know, chickens, birds, turkeys, maybe, I don't know, I forget. Dinosaur, or whatever George says on Peppa Pig. That's the only children's show that I would like to watch again. depending. Yeah, Peppa Pig. Yeah. Dinosaur. Or nice. Let's see here. There's another video called "Speaking of Dinosaurs That Are Extinct." Now I find the videos have 5 extinct animals that ancient Egyptians saw. That's interesting. What did the ancient Egyptians see? That's interesting. I don't think the ancient, I don't know, that was a long time ago too. The well-deserved death of the ice cream truck. Well, maybe if the pervert didn't own the ice cream truck, maybe the children might actually forget what I just said. Or maybe if perverts were running them, maybe it would be okay. Then all people would come, not just children. Would come to the ice cream truck and order ice cream, but yeah, you hire perverts. You pervert. You. You hire perverts, you pervert. What's the deal with that? I mean, I'm not calling them the other word, but still. Why would you hire perverts? Or predators or stuff like that. Inside the world's most expensive mansions today, they let. I don't think, actually I don't know, that looks nice for John Cena. John Cena looks different now, he looks more muscular. Looks younger than he. What Dana White doesn't want you to know about the UFC. I spoke out against the UFC. Dana White silenced me. Why? Because he's Dana White and Dana White could be in trouble too. Is that why? I don't know. Anyway, that's about More Perfect Union and Luke Thomas. Huh. I spoke out.
One too many pairs of shoes?
Let me see this video real quick and see what I
2026 is going to be the biggest year in UFC history.
Are you
Coming off of $1.4 billion in revenue.
Yeah, that is big.
They just launched a 7-year, $7.7 billion deal with Paramount and are planning.
Yeah, and I did watch the latest UFC pay-per-view. It was alright, but I think WWE premium live events are better.
Multiple types.
But you have to under the same umbrella. And I think the problem is if you bet on the UFC now, you're going to think it's rigged because it's now by WWE as well.
Donald Trump's 80th birthday.
We're going to have a UFC fight on the grounds of the White House. We're going to take over Washington, D.C. the week of the fight.
This is great news if you're a Trump donor or a tech mogul, but for your average fan, UFC's massive growth hasn't necessarily been so great. Ticket prices to attend fights are through the roof.
No shit, Sherlock.
Why do I need generational wealth to go to a UFC event?
Last row in the arena, $500 each.
And a lot of fans feel like the product is just getting worse every year.
This is going to be so bad.
And underneath all of the spectacle, a seismic shift in combat sports is quietly underway. With backing from powerful allies in DC and Saudi Arabia, UFC President Dana White is coming for boxing. He launched Zuffa Boxing last year, and alongside Cutthroat Mobile.
I think I did see some of Zuffa Boxing, but it was horrible. I think I read what he is.
Ari Emanuel and WWE executive Nick Khan, they're working to rewrite the laws that govern the sport.
There's no ego or arrogance whatsoever when I talk about getting into boxing and trying to fix it, because this is a busted sport.
So, who really is Dana White, the ruthless kingpin of the UFC, and what does he want with boxing?
Talk a little bit more about whether you think it will be a viable competitor to some of the other straight boxing promotions.
I don't want to say we'll be a viable competitor. We're going to blow them all out of the water is what we're going to do.
It's hard to get fighters to speak out. We've talked to a few of them about their experiences working for Dana White. Let's get into it.
But yeah, I know it's probably gonna happen. Why UFC sucks.
While
now.
reaching
Okay,
UFC is the
video.
pinnacle for MMA fighters, working for its boss hasn't exactly been a dream. In 2014, a group of former UFC fighters filed a class action antitrust lawsuit alleging.
Hold on, man. Hold on. Let me show you the video now. Excuse me. Okay, now let's watch.
The UFC had illegally monopolized the MMA market and suppressed fighter pay. The case dragged on for a decade. The UFC fought it every step of the way. In one testimony, Shane Carway, former UFC heavyweight, wrote that CTE has left him bedridden for days at a time, unable to hold down a job despite owning an engineering degree. Finally, in 2024, the UFC agreed to pay $375 million, but admitted no wrongdoing.
They decided to settle the case out of court. So for me, that was a bit of a disappointment in that we didn't actually get to argue, right? We didn't get to call BS.
So in 2025, a second lawsuit was filed, this time representing fighters from 2017 onward. Dana, meanwhile, can get pretty hostile whenever fighters or journalists bring up these lawsuits.
If you want to be an asshole, let's do it in private. People have called us monopoly and all this stuff for years.
Well, you're a conglomerate, but
We're just the best. I involved when people who have no fucking idea what they're talking about, don't know anything about business, give them work.
So is the UFC a monopoly or not? Well,
Maybe.
despite what Dana says, his intentions from the beginning were very strategic. The UFC started in 1993 as a promotion to exhibit what are now known as mixed martial arts fights, a sport most Americans had never heard of. Unlike boxing, MMA had no sanctioning bodies overseeing it and very few rules.
It was just so unregulated. My first fight actually was, I was 185 pounds and I fought a guy 285 pounds. Total craziness.
Be forewarned, there are no
Ultimate
rules, no
Fighter.
judges scores, and no time limit.
At one point, the UFC was so brutal, they banned it in 36 states.
Dang.
John McCain famously called it human cockfighting and led the charge to get it off of paper.
People repeatedly get smashed in the face with the guy sitting on top of them. That's not a sport.
By 2000, the UFC was struggling. Dana White was a boxing manager in Las Vegas and saw an opening. While boxing had strict rules and regulations, we'll get to that later, in MMA, a single promoter could control the rankings, handpick matchups, and sign fighters to exclusive contracts. Dana could build an empire. So in 2001, he connected with his childhood friends, casino moguls Frank and Lorenzo Fertitta.
He approached Lorenzo and said, hey, I know there's a company that's up for sale. It's actually prize fighting, but there's no sanctioning bodies involved. Athletic commissions are allowing you to put on your own tournament and have your own title. We can sign enough athletes to an exclusive contract and keep sanctioning bodies up.
I bet that came from Washington Street, didn't it? I don't know. I think it came from the main one on Suncrest, whatever it was.
We can own the sport.
They bought the struggling UFC for $2 million.
I thought you were talking about this. No, the UFC is not around here yet, or never will. And if it does, I'll be shocked if the UFC comes around here.
Rejected these early UFC events. They were deemed too seedy or grotesque.
Do you have any questions?
You know, they didn't believe in it, they didn't like it, and they were worried about the type of crowd that would show up for this type of event.
One guy in Atlantic City who saw no problem with the pleasure of combat sport in a cage.
Does anybody watch UFC the great Dana White?
So Donald Trump offered to host Dana's first event at his casino.
Dana, congratulations on your first show. That's gotta feel good.
Basically, what we want to do is we want to make this the Super Bowl of mixed martial arts.
And thus began the quarter-century friendship between Donald Trump and Dana White.
Was it not? Well, still not a good idea though.
And then,
Maybe
very
not one
sadly,
of
He turned cage fighting into reality TV.
You cut the weight.
To be honest with you, if I had
Where he could develop a pipeline for
I would be joining with a politician, though. But yet, doesn't come from the same guy that wanted to be governor of West Virginia. But I meant, still, I wouldn't go with that politician, not yet.
And I was like, okay, that's it.
Or ever.
He's a former MMA fighter living in British Columbia.
Welcome.
If I was governor of West Virginia, there would be more, there'd be more strengthening of the athletics commission in the state. You had to get a license to be a wrestler, and because I hate Shane Storm, that's why. And because I'm afraid that they'll use chair shots over the head, what they do in Madison still yet. I'm protected too, I think. Chair shot. I know people gonna say, why you bitching about that yet? I'm not, I'm giving you the hard truth.
I'm so happy. Finally, I'm not going to grow.
And suck it long and dry. Or wet.
Finally, I don't have to worry about how I'm going to pay rent. That was the main thing. Huge relief.
But that relief turned into an uncomfortable realization about the fine print of the deal. First and foremost, UFC contracts are exclusive, which is a huge difference from the pre-Dana White era.
No one has exclusive contracts to the degree that they do now. I fought in Pride and UFC and many athletes. Imagine if
well, maybe the UFC and they should have joined together with the worst.
I work out.
Well, because I don't think that's what caused the ticket prices to go up, but still, it's one of the reasons why. But I don't think it's the absolute reason. Another thing is, I don't think the UFC should have joined WWE because now they're going to think the UFC is rigged on the sports betting apps. Maybe one day they're going to say that.
Before 3 years.
I guarantee it for y'all.
Fight for a title in the UFC before the end of that 3-year contract.
I just saw a video saying Blockbuster had everything, but why did it fail? I'll tell you why it failed. Because there were other video rental stores, I mean now they're gone, but there were other video rental stores getting up with the times too. And not only that, Blockbuster screwed up. Just saying, you know. Sorry, I had to talk about it. Maybe it's because Blockbuster should have listened to Netflix. Maybe it's also a good thing that, you know, physical media is coming back, however, it's not going to be for long. Maybe, I don't know, you never know with people. You never know with the internet either. Even if it's AI, you know. Hell, I want to make a movie with DVD still, not VHS. One time I had a dream when I watched a new VHS movie, but it was about Tom and Jerry or maybe The Mask together, which is weird. Yeah, Tom and Jerry find it out, and then The Mask comes along, and then that's interesting. It was like Who Framed Roger Rabbit though too, but didn't have Roger Rabbit nor that slutty woman in Who Framed Jessica Rabbit. Yeah. Yeah, slutty women. But of course I had censored the address on the envelope or however you say it. Yeah, UFC, blah, blah, blah. I haven't been listening.
Locking them in for even longer. This is exactly what happened to Cage.
Finally in the UFC, it's taken like 13 years to get here, and then bang, one shot, all of that went down the drain.
In his first UFC fight, Asian was knocked out and had his jaw broken in 3 places.
Like, that's not fucking good.
Yeah. Oh.
Traumatic brain injury is nothing to shake a stick at. For me to get back to training, it was very difficult. So I'm not able to fight. They hit pause on the contract.
And if you're not fighting, you're not getting paid. Contracts don't work like this in any other major sport.
So then that leads to situations where guys know that they're injured but will fight anyway. Gain a weight. And always to pay the fighters as little as possible in order to make them willing to fight whoever and whenever.
Well, don't get hurt, but also don't get CTE either.
Last year, well, fighters see roughly 17% of that. By comparison, NFL players are guaranteed nearly half of the revenue by their collective bargaining agreement.
I think they should get paid more. I know how fucking dangerous that shit is. You should get paid an incredibly generous amount of money to step into a cage fight for millions of people to see.
So why are fighters afraid to speak out? Well, one reason is that the UFC's monopoly power gives them a lot of power over fighters' careers.
They control the title. They control the
Maybe there's a change coming, or maybe in years to come.
If you have a exclusive contract, then you can take away their leverage. You just gotta look at the structure and realize it's
Depending
not excluding them.
on what happens to the world, I don't know if it'll be for good or bad, but I think there is a change coming in sports, whether it's good or bad or in between.
Of course, some of this has to do with the massive rise in popularity for the sport.
I think it's gonna be bad,
There are
but
no rival leagues competing for the MMA marketplace. Over the past 25 years, the UFC has squashed or acquired nearly all other promoters that could employ their fighters. And then breaking records, it must be a count though, but you may be out reaching points out of price of fans.
We're not close. I mean, we keep breaking the record.
It's also hurting fans by watering down the sport's quality. This happens when elite athletes turn down MMA entirely because the money isn't worth it. Heavyweight champ Francis Ngannou walked away from the UFC rather than fight under their terms. He had requested better health insurance, the ability for all UFC fighters to have sponsorships, and a fighter advocate present during all contract negotiations.
You know how restricted the UFC contract can be for independent contractors. There's not really a lot of things that you can do when you're in that contract.
And what was Dana's response to the former heavyweight champion?
It was full of shit there. Believe me, I have no sleepless nights over Francis Lee.
The bottom line is all of this results in both fighters and fans getting worse products out of UFC in recent years. In fact, this is exactly what happened to boxing. In its early days, boxing operated under a much less strict regulatory environment. Promoters controlled everything at the expense of fighters and fans. Then, in 1988, heavyweight champion Mike Tyson fired and sued his infamous promoter Don King for diverting millions of his earnings.
I'm getting ready to go eat $1 million. And well, I'm paying.
Yeah.
Don did.
In 2000, the system changed.
The Act represents a long overdue effort to improve boxer safety, reduce conflict of interest, discourage coercive contracts, and create a uniform set of standards and procedures.
The Muhammad Ali Boxing Reform Act passed with unanimous bipartisan support. Here's what the Ali Act did. Number one, it required promoters to disclose financial details of contracts with fighters. Number two, it prohibited conflicts of interest, so promoters can't also be managers. Number three, it banned coercive multi-fight contracts that lock fighters up for years. And number four, it forbid promoters from having their own rankings and titles. In short, the Ali Act gave boxers freedom from promoter control over their entire careers. Plus, boxing has multiple sanctioning bodies that recognize champions. They don't have to fight under one organization. It is a more competitive marketplace. Fighters have their pickup promoters, and promoters organize fights, negotiate TV deals, and market their fighters. The result is that boxers have at least some protections against being exploited like underpaid gig workers.
You think boxers at the championship level worry about health insurance, or anyone in their family worrying about health insurance? Nobody. It's going to be like the bread and butter of your drinking. So I'm going, fraud, oh. If fighters are able to move back and forth with this organization, if I'm able to create a bidding war, which is how boxers make so much money, right? Create a bidding war between 6 different promoters, and then take the highest offer, it would lead to a situation where the fighter has the power,
has the leverage.
But the laws passed by Congress to protect the rights and interests of boxers do not now and never have applied to MMA.
I've been trying to tell you guys, these TKO guys are scumbags. And now they're trying to change the Muhammad Ali Act to fuck boxers over. Get the fuck out of our sport.
Well, last year, White and TKO launched Zuffa Boxing. He's got powerful partners. Saudi Arabia's Turki al-Sheikh, the architect behind the kingdom's massive sports investments.
We have just done a deal to start a new boxing league with Turkey. The model is proven to deliver the fights that the fans want to see.
But with the original Ali Act in place, he can't run boxing the way he runs UFC. So he's backing legislation to change that. Republican Congressman Brian Jack and Democratic Congresswoman Sharice Davids introduced the Muhammad Ali American Boxing Revival Act, a bill designed to revive American boxing.
Let's join together in a spirit of bipartisanship and revive one of America's greatest sports in the name of one of America's greatest athletes, Muhammad Ali.
On the surface, it sounds good. Guaranteed minimum pay, improved health coverage, enhanced safety protections, and it still borrows the name from the boxing legend. But inside the bill,
This Revival Act has some window dressing and a bit of a Trojan horse.
buried in the legislation is something else. The creation of unified boxing organizations. They'd have their own rankings, their own championship belts. And crucially, they could sign fighters to exclusive, long-term, coercive contracts.
If you give me control of the entire industry, if you give me the ability to monopolize the entire industry, then boxing will be better. This is what they're putting forth.
I'm going to build the thing from the ground up, just like we did the UFC. No sanctioning organizations, and we will have our own belts, just like the UFC.
Simply stated, Dana is repackaging the UFC model for boxing. This isn't just about the UFC. It's about what happens when you let one company control an entire industry. It's the same story for Amazon warehouse employees, Starbucks baristas, and yes, UFC fighters. When greed aligns with political power, the workers, in this case the fighters who assume all of the physical risk, and the consumers, all of the passionate fans paying thousands for tickets, they end up on the losing side of things. Thanks for watching this video. Before you go, please support our work by liking this video and subscribing to our channels. And if you have tips for us on more stories about UFC or other sports leagues, reach out to us at stories@perfectunion.us.
Yeah, I think the UFC need to get better, but of course they probably won't, because they're now under the same umbrella as WWE is good, but is it a totally amazing? Not exactly, but still. For a while, WWE was exactly amazing, I will say that, but I think that exactly amazing went from exactly amazing to good, or alright at best. I mean, I don't know. You tell me what your thoughts on WWE and the UFC are in the comments. I need find another video. Okay, I think I found one.
You guys, welcome back to Eat Local,
I need to
the
go take a
greatest food review
shit.
show in the Chicagoland area. That right there, that's Corey Wagner. I'm Sean Neely, humble. Today, let's just get right to it. Lent is here across the country, in the world. And in Chicago, a very popular sandwich, especially on Fridays when Catholics don't eat meat, they have the pepper and egg. We're talking green or bell, really any colored pepper and eggs. Traditionally in like a French roll or like a Toronto, kind of like Italian beef bread. It's basically like a big eggy, peppery sub, if you will. Eggy.
My wife gets eggy once a month. She calls
You shouldn't be saying that. You shouldn't be saying that on the internet. Or at all. Or to anyone you know or love or respect, or your wife. Don't say that. That's kind of the shtick here. He says weird stuff and I try to bring it back. So anyway, today we're going to, one of, I would say, the most iconic spots to Corey is Clark Street Dog.
Yeah, absolutely.
He took me here many, many years ago for my first ever Italian beef combo. That's got a lot of meat in it. Today, eggy and peppery. So we got each a sandwich, and we added jarred and American cheese. We did the $1 upcharge to add those.
We're rich.
We're super rich, dude.
We're going to do what we want. 50 cents? Nothing to me.
No, not at all.
Shoot.
Also here today, crazy name, if I'm being completely honest, a Patreon and channel membership shout out to Alternail Martin. $5 a month.
Is it alternative? I bet you have to spell it. Well, I usually try to copy and paste it. I think it's alternative, Martin, but sorry.
I'm going off Corey's notes.
Oh boy.
Alternative Martin or Alternail Martin, thank you.
Wait, let me
see.
Maybe that's what it is. That just sounds so wrong.
I know.
hey, comment if we screwed this up, and we'll give you another
one. Full other shout out.
Yeah.
You get 2 for the stupidity.
Because I do a lot of the admin stuff high. So that's on me.
And yeah, a lot of the editing.
Hi. A lot of my life.
A lot of his life.
Hi.
You're learning a lot about us. Actually, just a lot about Corey in this video, to be completely honest with you. So support the channel, click channel memberships, or Patreon. People are like, yeah, now I really want to sign up. All right, pepper and egg, Lent, and this is all for Jesus. Okay, here we go. Oh, cool. On the side. Yeah, they're normally pretty big. I did not. It's a filling sandwich. Sam, is yours way longer than mine? Let's see. No, just a little. No, they're the same. They cut a little chunkier bread off. All right, you guys, I'm excited. I bet a lot of people have never seen one of these. Let's see Clark Street's version. Corey Wagner, second angle. All right, let's open this up. Nice tinfoil roll. Can you roll my blunts? Because you're pretty good at it. Keep it going. Ooh, I like the branding. Yeah, right? Do they have merch? They do. They do indeed. Oh, that is. Ooh, damn, that's pretty. Oh, that egg smells good. You can't really. I mean, it's just like green peppers up in there. There's cheese. There's egg. You can see the green pepper there. So they took the approach of really making it easy to eat. Some of them, the peppers are like falling all over. They kind of were like, kind of folded. Yeah. Will you get that camera back out? I'm just gonna give them a little view of. That's what the finished product's gonna kind of look like. Jarred in there. We're gonna jar it up.
Yeah.
Oil. Oh damn, that's oily. And then I want some on the topper, just for the thumbnail. I guess we're just gonna get oiled up. I'm gonna put the oil in there. There we go. That's some oily jarred. It is. It'd be a good Xbox game, man. You just got murked by oily jarred. And then the big camera we got, we might as well use it. They look really pretty, man. And they got, look at this, like, it's real flaky bread. That's some good bread. You just got murked by flaky bread. That looks good. It sure is. I think adding the cheese ramps these up so much. Yeah, and look, bro, if you got 50 cents, flaunt it. You come to me. Yeah. Pepper and egg. Cheers.
Chicken, bacon, ranch, street chalupas. What street flavor looks like.
Beef Fairy Crush, the new fruity floral fragrance you saw.
Did you know the Walmart app has over 500 million items? New patio. He knew.
Yeah, who knew, who knew?
At West Virginia Virtual Academy, students across the state receive the education they deserve with
No.
Whether you invest in crypto weekly or wait for the price to move, Kraken gives you both. Set your amount.
No.
Whoa. Very fluffy bread. Very fluffy bread, and also a very hot sandwich. Yeah, I think American cheese in these, they normally come without the hot peppers and without the cheese. I think, like Corey said, a couple little add-on zhuzhes, and it's so great.
Yeah.
This is really good. I love the bread they use. I'm really impressed. Like, green peppers are adding that good flavor. It's like way more filling than I expected. Like, you actually could make this as a meal. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. It's like, I'm sure this is like four eggs. And then, if you think about having some veggies on the side, and then if you had toast, like 4 pieces of toast or 2 pieces of toast, I mean... Oh, you're like good. Yeah. Cheese is going to be proud of you. It's so hot. You know who makes a really good one of these? Who's that? Portillo's on Fridays. Oh, there's a bunch of places that do Friday and only some that do Friday and Wednesday. But I like fast food place doing it is so... Yeah, I wonder if they did nationwide. Portillo's is pretty good. I think it is nationwide. I just got some eggs. Can I get some Sixer sauce? Your hot sauce has no meat in it. That's right. If you're looking for a meat replacement,
use our hot sauce. Just make a Sixer sandwich instead of a egg and pepper sandwich.
Also, we can kind of tease them too. I'd say we're about 30% through the process of our new sauce. We have a new hot sauce coming out this year. We're not going to give you any other details, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Citrus sauce is so good. It really sticks out with this because there's no beets. And you can really like the sweetness of it.
I need to try their hot sauce.
You know what I would love to see added to this for It's Also Not Meat? What about some crispy hash browns? Could you do that?
I would love that. It would give some good texture. I'm impressed.
Yeah, the pepper and eggs is a delight.
This has got to be one of our worst thumbnails this whole week. But I'm going to specifically ask these guys because I think this thumbnail personally looks like an unclickable thing. Just a really... I know we tell you every week to like the video. Let's get this one out to the people. This is something I think people should know about, and they don't. And like, I don't think this is just egg in a piece of bread doing us any favors here. Whereas like a pizza or a burger can look like really clickable. So any extra likes and any extra comments for people who usually don't will be really helpful. And I think we should point out, we're doing 2 this week. This is pepper and egg week because we're getting into Lent. I thought that'd be fun.
And religious traditions. We both grew up Catholic. It's cool. This just has such a cool history.
You know who doesn't have a cool history? The Catholic Church. I started reading up on that.
Wow, tarnished. Don't read that. Do yourself a favor and skip over that.
Wow.
You don't need to know that information.
Oh, I gotta take one more bite.
Hot sauce and eggs
is phenomenal.
That's better than peanut butter and jelly to me.
I saw one little. They got it together real well. I saw the cheesy part.
Places always make these with like a very cooked, it's almost like folded omelet egg in a way. I wonder if you could like make this almost way more like yolky. You could almost like make it over soft, like over easy.
You don't foresee any yolk issues, or you think
there'd be a little bit? I think of all bread though, this bread would do a pretty good job of soaking up some yolk.
I mean, Italian beef is a pretty soaked thing, so maybe. That might be a delicious move.
Stop cooking them yolks so much.
I want it running, dude.
I want it running.
Alright guys, before we get to the rating, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the alerts on, share this with all of your Catholic friends, and then a question for you so we can hang out down in the comments. And again, both these videos this week, I don't know if they have the most clickable thumbnails, so give yourself a little extra push to comment on this one and make sure you like it. But let me know if you guys have this in your community. I know Chicago, this is kind of big on them because we have such a huge Italian population, but I know we have some, like a pretty wide net of U.S. viewership. So, is pepper and egg where you're at? I don't remember it in Toledo at all, but we're pretty Catholic, so maybe I just missed it. Because I didn't really, like, do no meat very much anyways.
Keep the meat out and
keep the meat
suck up those dead birds.
Yeah.
Right?
This pound. Backup question, what do you give up for Lent? For me, it's going to church. That's what I give up. Every year for Lent, I give up on going to church. And that feels so good, I just continue it throughout the year.
You know, I guess my wife's been doing Lent for a year because she must have been giving up sex. I thought it'd be a funny bet.
Oh, I guess we just rate it all.
Yeah, I forgot about that part.
I forget what we do. We take 1 week off.
And you guys don't even know we took a week off. You just see the videos and go, give me more content. I'm opening, my daddy's opening wide, speaking of Catholic. All right, on this show, we rate out of 100. Alex Trebek, thank you. What was the finalized pricing on it again?
Oh, yeah, that was, it's usually $8.95. We did 2 add-ons, $9.95 for it.
Okay, great. Out of 100, what do you give it? I mean, I've had quite a few.
See,
that was really good.
Okay, I thought it was really good, but I think I've had 1 or 2 more with you. I'm going to go with this, but I'm going to let these guys know.
That was up there.
Just for a grain of salt from my side.
I have a couple that I really like. Your score doesn't even matter.
It really kind of does.
Ready, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, cool.
I mean, you're pretty much right there. I mean, that was fantastic. And that's really close to your house, too.
Yeah.
If you want to just start sucking down pepper and eggs, you can.
Turns out, other than this video, I eat only meat products.
You're one of those guys.
Yeah, I'm a meat.
You're like, people can't, like, take anything that doesn't have meat in it. You're like, oh, where's the meat? Yeah. Like, things don't have to be dead.
Only in one culture, and it's in Indian food. Indian food, I can eat meatless items because they don't have a flavor, but white people don't flavor very well.
One of the other criticisms of how dumb I am, I love that Catholics go, fish isn't a meat, and eggs aren't a meat. Like, it's just funny to me that, like, oh, you can't eat meat on Friday, but then there's so much fish, it's a dead animal. Why are we saying that fish aren't meat?
Yeah. My dad has a theory that when this came about, that people were undercooking meat and getting sick, and the church was like, you can't tell them not to eat meat, they're not going to listen. And then they go, just tell them God told you. And then they go out there and go, you can't eat meat, and the fish are fine, you're not getting sick for undercooked fish, you got soup to it.
Right.
They're like, you can't eat meat, we gotta take it out during Lent. And they're like, what don't we want to eat? Like, hey, this ain't meat, this is from God, buddy. That's God's call.
Just don't shoot the messenger.
Don't shoot the
I just said God. God said no.
Go talk to the big guy, you got a problem with it. I gotta take some time off of meat. And then the cell in the middle of the outbreak died down or whatever. But that's just a damn Daniel Desmond theory.
I mean, that anything can be real. I mean, the Bible was written, is made up entirely.
Well, depends on who you ask.
But also eggs, like, we can just eat eggs and that's okay. You just can't eat a cow.
Yeah.
Isn't eggs are just kind of an animal? It could have been an animal.
It's funny how the church is on two different sides of the when is it a life? Clearly.
Yeah, why do you get to pick and choose? And I'm not even taking a stance. I shouldn't have said that.
I couldn't care.
Don't do that Bible thing. I was kidding. I was kidding.
We're kidding on all of this. Let's just get the hell out of here.
Guys, thank you so much for supporting local.
We don't take stances. This is a fun chance.
We were just riffing. It was silly. We're being silly. Here's what you should give up for Lent. Taking things too seriously. Don't. We were joking. Can Catholics have sex on Fridays? I know they're doing a lot of sex they shouldn't be.
I was gonna say, they have an age limit, and they can do anything under 18. I think is the rules.
No. Otherwise, look at me.
Like
What
what?
are you gonna do? Just look down. All right, just look at me. Look what I'm doing.
Yeah.
All right, see the way I'm twisting it?
Yeah.
All right, turn it that way from your end.
Okay.
Okay. No.
Hold on a minute, let me see how long I've been on here for. Yeah, we're done. I'm BRC signing off for right now. Bye.